Alright, my little aliens. There's a trend occurring on TikTok that happens to be one of the dumbest things I've witnessed secondhand, and it's the current uprise of Gen X. They're staging a shitty comeback tour. During my break, I scrolled past countless videos of members of Gen X lip-syncing to Eminem songs with shitty filters on and captions like, Gen Z's not gonna like this one. Like this video. I am thoroughly convinced members of Gen X are hearing voices and seeing members of Gen Z trying to criticize and cancel Eminem, even though 99% of our generation is not doing that. There's so many of these videos and they're dead ass serious. As soon as Eminem dropped, all of them woke up like sleeper agents and started posting these stupid ass videos. Even Eminem himself, I feel like, is hearing voices and seeing things because this is a real lyric from his song. You're gonna cancel me, yeah, Gen Z me, bro. What are you talking about? For years, there's been this conversation of Gen Z is trying to cancel Eminem, even though no one is doing that. Jace, you're missing the point. This is a concept album. Slim Shady's an alter ego. You're supposed to get mad. That's the point. What a shitty concept album then. That doesn't take away from the fact that his album is objectively bad. Pitchfork gave it a 4.8. Rolling Stone gave it 2 stars. On Metacritic, it's sitting at a 49%. It's objectively bad. It's not a good album. The references to Gen Z and cancel culture are not clever. If we want to talk about alter egos, Tyler the Creator has like 10. Probably more than 10. And almost every single one of his albums are well thought out. And Call Me If You Get Lost, we see Tyler Baudelaire. And Wolf, we see Wolf Haley. Wolf is an incredible album. Igor is a concept album and it's so well done. It's crazy. If you're gonna try and make a concept album, do it well. This is not Eminem's first concept album, and his other albums were well received. This album is just bad. Jace, you're comparing apples to oranges. I'll do whatever the hell I want. And dude, there's members of Gen X trying to claim that Gen Z is trying to cancel them. If my mom was doing this, I'd be heavily embarrassed. Thankfully, she grew up with some sense and she has a full-time job. Maybe try one out. You have too much time on your hands. And believe me, no one is trying to cancel you. People criticizing you and canceling you are 2 different things. Learn the difference, please. Your attempt to look intimidating is making you look stupid. What reason would Gen Z have to cancel Gen X? I'll give you the microphone. Please tell me. Please tell me what reason. If I'm ever 40 or 50 years old and I'm making videos like this, I need someone to slap me upside the head with a frying pan and schedule a lobotomy for me. That's not me. You have a mortgage, a car payment, bills, a Roth IRA, possibly children. Feed them. They're hungry. Maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh here because I should be afraid of y'all. Millennial pause. Irrelevant. I'm kidding. But maybe work on that.
Nobody was watching us. Nobody catered to us.
This is not a flex. All you're saying is that your parents were absent and emotionally unavailable. Go to therapy.
Push the Gen X to their limits.
Her whole video is basically saying, you poked the bear, you mess with the bull, you get the horn. Shut up. What did Gen Z do to y'all? What did we do? No one is messing with you. No one is doing anything to you. No one poked the bear. No one messed with the bull. Shut up. I feel like you guys want to be the victim so bad. No one's doing anything to you. Even if we want to go back to my point of Eminem, Gen Z trying to cancel Eminem, Eminem would be the victim in that scenario, not you. I promise you, 99%, if not 100% of Gen Z is not trying to cancel Gen X. Take a deep breath and relax a little bit. I promise you know what to do. I need to do that. I'm getting riled up. This war feels very familiar to me because I've gotten in arguments with a certain someone, and the one thing that they claim to be is unbothered, but that's not the truth. They get upset at the smallest things and they play victim constantly. It's really annoying and pathetic. They're bothered by my existence, and that's not a fault of mine. That's a fault of theirs. Kind of like this Gen X and Gen Z war. Y'all are having a midlife crisis publicly, online. A midlife crisis is a normal thing to go through. Put the phone down and maybe go to therapy. I don't know. I know the majority of Gen X isn't participating in whatever the hell this is, whatever you want to call it. If you are a member of Gen X and you're watching this and you don't associate with them, I am really sorry this is what you're being associated with. I'm genuinely sorry. Run. What are you gonna do? What consequences are we gonna face? You're gonna put on another filter? Ooh. So what are we doing?
Look, she's so triggered at us using filters.
I'm triggered because y'all are acting like children at your big age. If I, a member of Gen Z, went on TikTok, put a filter on like Z, and I was like, buckle up Gen X and millennials, this is war, I would get flamed into oblivion. There'd be news articles flaming me. This feels fair. Gen Z is so cringe already. How come it's a problem when we do it? Gen Z consists of teenagers and people in their 20s. Can you tell me how you acted when you were in your 20s? Immature. I bought a house when I was 20. Our economy is screwed up beyond repair. If I could buy a house, I would. The truth is, with this rise of Gen X trend, is that you guys need Gen Z. You guys are so desperate for a little online engagement that you're gonna call out an entire generation who don't even think about you and say, look at this, they're so triggered. You're triggered. I hate that I even used that word in 2024, but you're triggered. Something that I think a lot of Gen X and millennials need to get through their skulls is Gen Z didn't have that different of a childhood than you think we did. More so millennials than Gen X, but still. Well, did you drink water out of the hose? Yes! Okay, well, do you use CDs? Yes, I know what a cassette player, I know what a CD player, I know the difference between a CD and a DVD. Bro, it's not that hard. Okay, well, did you— shut. Y'all raised our generation and you raised Gen Alpha. Any of the shitty behavior that you see in us is a result of your shitty parenting. Starting TikTok wars is so pointless. Gen X rise and go to therapy. Gen X rise and put your kids to bed. They have school tomorrow. Now, before I end the video, I know I seem like an asshole, and maybe I am, but I did want to apologize to any Gen Xers maybe watching this video. I wrote a little song for you guys. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. Hey Gen X. Sorry I made you upset. That's now something that I deeply regret. Maybe I'm the triggered one who made a whole video. I even wrote you guys a nice little song to apologize. Maybe I'm the triggered one here. But that's the only comeback that y'all have. Triggered! So triggered! Please come up with something different. Here's a list of things you can make fun of me for. Brainstorm. I have one final message. That's it. I have announcement of 30K. Stop looking at me.